Or what?
Yeah. Try that.
I already did that. That don't work. We have volume yet? Yes, we do. Okay, open hours. Welcome back, people. This is our nuisance. All plans have failed. And we just didn't have it on the air because that would have been a long, drawn-out process. You gonna give her a call then?
Yeah, I'll call her. I'm gonna come back. I'll be right back.
All right. All plans have failed. So apparently, it's a direct message from Microsoft, and I wish I hadn't closed it. Let me see if I can find it for you. If I can, I will show you. And you may run into this problem. And if we hit down, let's hit enter. And is there an image for it? Is this the image? No, that's not the image. It looked more like this. Okay. We got different variations of this image when attempting to upgrade this computer to Windows 10 with the Assistive Technologies upgrade, and with the media creation tool specifically is where you get this image here. We even went so far as to, let me plug in the HDMI cable and see if we can get some video out for everybody. Can we? Maybe. We got to flip away from it, go back, and there we go. Go back to Windows 7, and as you can see here, we even installed all the drivers from the manufacturer and then attempted the upgrade with Assistive Technologies and with the media creation tool. Both of them resulted in this window. This PC can't be upgraded to Windows 10, has a driver service that isn't ready for this version of Windows 10. And in the case of this computer, it doesn't want to wake from sleep without blue screening. So what we're going to do, we're going to shut it down. We're going to put the customer's actual hard drive back in. All this was done on our hard drive here. We're going to go ahead, put that hard drive back into the computer and disable the sleep function, because the customer doesn't want Windows 7 when it comes around January, when it goes end of life. She wants to be on Windows 10. She did do an upgrade with her system RAM to be running, but some computers just aren't included in able to upgrade to Windows 10. What I would say to that is get a new computer. However, some people don't want new computers. But you can be sure, if Microsoft keeps doing upgrades with their OS, this computer is going to age out. It basically has already, with one thing, the sleep function is what the driver is not compatible, and I don't know if that's a graphics issue or what it is. You can't actually get nailed down. Just Microsoft will tell you if you follow the link a possible, like a list of possible causes. So we're going to go ahead and get her hard drive with her Windows 10 fresh installed back on it, and disable sleep, and it's going to go out that way. It can't sleep, which is kind of dumb. I don't know if it's sleep or hibernate. We will mess with that for a few moments while we're here today and see if we can get a resolution to the problem. I'm guessing no. And you would think, how bad is it when something blue screens? Can it blue screen regularly and still function? I don't know. I don't think so. But it's worth trying. It kind of makes you wonder how you can be on 7 or 8, 8.1, and everything's working. You upgrade to 10, and there's just one thing that doesn't work, like that sound card. There's drivers for it, but it just refuses to work. The drivers refuse to install. Yeah. So it's one of those days. One of those things that we're dealing with is an incompatible thing. The best solution we have is no sleep for you. Other than that, the computer functions, runs fine, it's quick, reliable, except sleeping. Imagine that news. If you get the news, you loser. No sleep. You're going to be an insomniac for the rest of your life. You get to live out the rest of your days. Not sleeping. Useless. You'll wear out eventually if you couldn't sleep. And here's another thing too. This goes in between the screen and the keyboard on the computer. This is the cloth that came with it. So this is how much care this user takes with her computer. With their computer, her, his, whoever. So the solution I wanted, no, I'd much rather see it be able to go to sleep that way when you walk away from it. Me personally, I don't let my computer sleep. When I walk away from it, I let the monitor time out, I think after 10 minutes, either 10 or 15. And then when I come back, it doesn't have to wake up. I just move the mouse, the screen resumes, and pretty good to go after that. When you do that habit though, when you fall into that habit, you do need to remember to restart frequently, because a week, 2 weeks will pass where your computer is not sleeping, and basically it needs a restart. It needs to shut down and refresh itself. Alright, 10 is back in action. Let's get this thing cleaned up and see what we can do. A lot of people, I'm happy to say that a lot of people are moving over to SSD upgrades, which is, I think, is a great thing. Get away from those conventional hard drives. Even if you think it won't help you, I think it would in the long run. Are they more reliable than conventional hard drives? Well, yes, no. It depends really who you ask. I just like the little bit of a performance boost you get from on a SATA 3 hard drive to an SSD. Just overall, a little bit better user experience, I think. If you buy a laptop, even a cut corner one, max out the RAM to max it out. The most amount of RAM you can put in it. Buy a SATA SSD, upgrade it, or if it's a M.2 PCI Express SSD, anyhow, get onto an SSD and then enjoy the speed boost you get. Not quite the end to the story I wanted, and what a bogus message. Imagine you're all happy, ready to upgrade, and you get faced with this photo here. This PC can't be upgraded to Windows 10. Your PC has a driver or service that isn't ready for this version of Windows. No good, friends, no good. Alright, we're up on Windows. We're going to go in and check our sleep settings. Let's see if... We'll hop onto the repair. Let's see. Let's go, what do we need? We need what? Control panel? Is that what I'm thinking? Control panel or... Yeah, control panel to get to our power options. Focus assist. What is focus assist? Does anybody know what focus assist is? Oh, they were just getting ready to tell me in the control panel. It snuck me. I'll quietly move your notifications to Action Center until you're done with your presentation. Only alarms will break through. Oh, that must be whenever I'm sending video out HDMI it does that. Wow, thanks Cortana. I can't say appreciated, but you interrupted me. My presentation to the world interrupted by Cortana. Imagine that. What the power buttons do. We're going to go ahead and make sure. Sleep, hibernate, show and power menu. Change settings that are currently unavailable. When I press the sleep button, hibernate. When I close the lid, hibernate. When I press the power button, shut down. Let's try that. Sleep, hibernate, show and power menu. Save those changes. Oh, sorry, friend. I didn't flip back over to display. So I just went in, put the computer to sleep. We're going to put never there. Come back, window. Battery. And granted, if you're setting these settings, make sure you're doing it only for when it's plugged in. I mean, I guess you could do it, and you're just going to be resuming Windows, and it's going to have to repair itself quite a bit if you do it on battery versus plugged in. Hybrid sleep. We will allow hybrid sleep. Let's plugged in. Let's do 25. Hit apply. Hit OK. And we're going to see if this hibernate works. Now it said if we hit the sleep button and if we close the lid, it's supposed to hibernate. So let's go ahead and try it. One other thing I have to look to make sure. Let's go to our control panel. Small icons. Remember, we were messing around in system, and I don't know if it was this drive or our drive that we did in advanced system settings. Startup and recovery. Automatically restart. So we did uncheck it. We're going to recheck it. And that way, if it does blue screen, it doesn't say stuck on it. It will restart and do a normal startup. Alright, there's that. We're going to go ahead and close it and see what we can do. Let it hibernate. Tell me it's just going to sit and run. Okay, so it did power off. It just takes a little longer than sleep. And if it's hibernating, you have to hit the power button to turn it on, right? Let's try that and see if it wakes up. Are we going to get our glorious, glorious blue screen? No, it's actually starting back up. So no blue screen. Issue fixed? I doubt it. We're going to try sleep from the start menu. And we'll try the hybrid sleep. I'm going to re-enable sleep and then do the hybrid sleep. That is the one option I have not tried. So we will try that and see if that gets us any results. What is on these computers, people? What is that, food? What are you doing to your computers? It's not a lunch tray. It is not a lunch tray. Can you see this? You can, but it's not pretty. Alright, we'll get back to above. I'm keep an eye on the time too. I do have to get out of here a little earlier, so I'm not going to run it down to the last little bit. I still got to go home and get changed for the day job. What is hibernate? Hibernate should be after what? Like, what is the we're going to restore the defaults and then try the hybrid sleep setting to see if that makes a difference. Alright, we are back here. What is it? After, we'll say 20. Change advanced. After 15, let's go down here to sleep. So, put computer sleep in 20. Allow hybrid sleep on, plugged in. We're also going to put it on in case it works. Hibernate after 180. And that should be turn off the display after plugged in. We'll turn the display off. When it's sleep 20, we'll turn the display off after 15. Save those changes. .15 minutes, apply, hit OK. Alright, now's the time to tell. Oh, did my camera freeze? It really did. It froze, didn't it? Oh, okay, so you didn't see none of that. You just got to see it stick there. Dang it, people, tell me something. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me the camera's frozen. Alright, so we're back. I just changed all the power settings since you didn't get to see that with the frozen, laggy video. We're going to put this beast to sleep. Hibernate is there. We don't want to hibernate, though, I think. Oh, you know what we didn't do? $10, $20, okay, so additional power settings. Choose what the power buttons do. When I press the sleep button, we want it to sleep. When I close the lid, we want it to sleep. Power button shut down. Let's change that back, the fast startup, because there's a combination of settings that you can try. Think about all these settings. You have this, you've got hybrid sleep, you have in all the other settings that I've changed, trying to solve this problem. Worst case scenario, sleep gets disabled, I think. At least she's not caught on an end-of-life OS that's ending in a few months. But that could have been a good thing. It would kind of force a forced thinking about buying a newer computer versus keeping this. So anyhow, let's do the check. We're going to put it to sleep and watch this glorious blue screen as it restarts. Alright, so we just put it to sleep, and we will check it here in a moment to see what's the story. Is it going to wake up and be alive and do its job? This is great content. A close-up of a laptop. Is that what you want to see? Awesome. Riveting content. Edge of the seat stuff here, friends. Alright, we ready? Alright, we have our light. Here, take a closer look. Just not too close. I don't want to bump into you. We have our little light blinking. Can you see that light blinking? There it is. See it? We've got a light blinking. It's pulsing. It's breathing, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't so much look like a breathe, more like a... It's blinking. The Apple stuff on Apple computers, it pulses like it's breathing. Let's wake it up and see what happens. Are we ready? Blue screen, no blue screen. This is our hybrid sleep hope. Maybe we got some hope with the hybrid sleep. Well, that's better than before. We kind of got part of a start menu up. Yep, same thing. Blue screen restart. So do we let it live like this, where it does just a complete restart, or just disable sleep? If you there's the good and bad side to it. I'm going to discuss again the good and the bad side. 132K base sys. Page error. Win 32K base sys. Okay, so we had a new versus what was the one yesterday? Critical process died, blue screen. We have a new one that just came up, and it would be this here, this Win32K base sys. Okay, so basically, it's all the same methods. All of the same methods that we already went over yesterday, that none of them worked. The system driver, any of it, nothing. No good, no how. So, we know that's not going to work. What we're going to do real quick is disable sleep and let her know. The man has talked to her already and said it may not sleep properly, but she's not planning on sleeping it, so that is the option. It's not an option I want to go with. I would rather it work normally. However, the only other way around it, like I said, you need a new computer. If you're using something this old and it's not going to work properly, the fact that it can work is amazing, one. Number two, it's time to update. You can have so much better performance in life out of your computer. But since they're not getting a new one, we'll go and disable sleep. It's the only path. No upgrade actually worked. This, like I said, no method of upgrading while on 7, upgrading to 10 has worked. Those all failed. The only way we got 10 on it this way was a fresh install of 10, and it actually did install all the drivers installed. Everything's good. The Windows 8.1 64-bit drivers installed also. They're very close to 10 drivers. They just haven't been released as 10 drivers officially by the manufacturer or whatever. So what do we want? Power options. Let's go in. You've seen this before. We'll go ahead and go in. Change when the computer sleeps. And plugged in. We're going to say never. Save. Sleep after. Okay, never it is. Allow hybrid sleep. I suppose we could try this, saying sleep never, but if we put it to sleep, what happens with the hybrid sleep on? Do we have time for that? 37, we'll give it a shot. Maybe it's the fix. Probably not. Alright, back up where we have the view. We'll let it officially go to sleep with the policy light. While that's doing that, I'm going to finish trying to clean the back of this off. A lot of this stuff that is here now, let this be a lesson if you're one of the people that leaves your plastic on stuff for years and years, the little plastic thing that sticks to it when it's new and you don't peel it off. Some of that adhesive. This has to be like the probably 20th time I've cleaned this thing since it's been in shop, and it just keeps having a little residue left over. I clean it, let it dry, and then clean it again and get a little more of that adhesive that was sticking that thing on. The temporary, supposed to peel it off when it's new. Peel your stuff off. Don't be that guy or that girl. We did get another body in here too. This we will go over on Monday. We're getting quite an overhaul on it. It's a little bit older. It's an Inspiron I haven't had too many encounters with. Alright. Everybody sees that little blinky light. Let's blue screen it and be done with it. We're just going to go in and disable the hybrid sleep also. Really? Tell me it's only going over to this monitor. That'd be so crazy with the HDMI plugged in. Okay, so it didn't, but it actually did. We put it to sleep and it's doing a restart. Comes up with another one. Same thing again, so the hybrid sleep is causing our secondary blue screen error. It is related directly to the graphics, so we're going to disable sleep and it's going back out that way. And that solves that case. Like I said, not an answer we were hoping for, but to run Windows 10 on an older machine, in particular this model and many of the other Pavilion G6s, G6, and then you'll have a dash and some other string of numbers. This one is a 1B60US notebook PC. If you're one of the people and you having a blue screen when waking from sleep, just disable sleep altogether and you will know, get rid of your problem there. So I tried every combination I could think of with sleep options, Dave. None of them let it wake up normal. It's back on 10, fully updated, everything's good to go. So she can have her computer back today if you want to run it up to her. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and go in and shut these back down, and I got to get out of here.
Yeah, man.
Going to the day job. That one, yeah, well, no, that wine walk thing is happening tonight.
The what?
The wine walk.
Oh, is that why town's all blocked off?
Yeah,
Get there, I'm like,
Front Street and 2nd Street. There's going to be a bunch of drunks running around tasting wine.
Yeah, that sounds great. You probably stand outside and sell pictures.
In this heat, though, man, that's not going to be. That's not going to be a good thing when it gets warm out. Alright, so this is getting old and boring already. Let this start up. You giving her a call? Alright. Hmm? It's done. Resolution. Not preferred, but resolved anyways. Let's throw this stuff away. Don't need it. Empty the recycle bin, yes. And boom, there you go. Oh, real quick before we do this, we'll go in and set our restore point, so if anything bad happens, we can get back to here. For anybody that hasn't seen that, we'll show it again. I suppose you could do it through the gear settings. Let's check it out, see if this is even an option. Updates and security, recovery. I don't see a place to set a restore point. Let's go for recovery. Reset advanced, more recovery options. Back up. Okay, so you're not going to get to it from that menu. Let's go to control panel. System. If you have a full-size keyboard, just hit your Windows key and the pause, hold down Windows and hit pause break and let them go, and it'll bring you to this window, but we don't have a full size. As you can see on the laptop, we're missing our pause break key. Then go to your system protection, link on the left hand side, highlight your local disk C drive right here, and create a restore point. I usually throw in the date for the restore point, which is 05/24/19. Create, and there we go. It's creating after that. If you get, and usually when Windows does updates and whatever, and if they fail and you get to the Windows Recovery Console, or WRE, the Windows Recovery Environment, you'll have a list of restore points you can restore to. A lot of them are going to be generated when Windows install stuff, does updates and patches, bug fixes, whatever. But if you have one that you manually set, you know that your computer was at a good state, good working condition if you set a restore point right then, especially if you just had a lot of major stuff done or a fresh install. We do one right after the beginning, like right at the beginning, fresh install, and then we do a restore. Then we get updates, install programs, do all that, set another one, and then after everything's done, we set one final one. So usually 2 to 3. And we're calling it a day there. With that, we're going to sign this one off and sign off ourselves. We got to go. I hope everyone has a good weekend, good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, wherever you are. Surely it is one of those. It wasn't our desired fix, was it? But it's a fix. Hey, I even said here, for anybody watching, whatever, I'm like, look, when you get to a certain age of computer that you shouldn't be, it's time to upgrade. But some people just...
Well, that doesn't even have any drivers listed for that thing.
Right, for 10. But all the Windows 8.1 drivers will install without problem, but it's not official from the manufacturer, so that's our fix. Thanks for watching.
It works awesome.
Yeah, I know. Alright, people, thank you for watching. I gotta get out of here. I unplugged the wrong one. I know, can't even tell what cord I'm unplugging. It's a great thing. Alright, we will see you on Sunday for the podcast if you happen to watch that. If you don't, you should think about it. It's a good time. Other than that, we won't see you Monday. It's a holiday. Memorial Day. So Tuesday we'll be back here again getting our hands dirty. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it.